What's up, guys? Welcome back to Evolution. Today we're going to be trying something a little bit different. We're gonna try kind of like a podcast kind of thing here. I've got my boy Steven, who's just here, so yeah. But today we're gonna talk about just like awkward experiences. We've all had them, and it's pretty funny to talk about sometimes, so let's get started. So,
What's up? First, ready up.
yeah. Okay. So, what's an awkward experience that you've had? I've had like a ton, so.
Bruh, I think, probably definitely that experience where I thought I said something funny and it really wasn't funny. And no one laughed, and they were little kids. They're supposed to think that's funny, you know? And I was like, I felt pretty, or the time, I remember I was in the after school program at Monterey Elementary, and I was singing High School Musical, and I thought I was doing so good, and everyone was watching me, and like later on that night I was just thinking to myself, like, why did I do that? I was like, why did I continue going? I don't know. I'm just like, I was not a good singer. What was I thinking? And that was very awkward thinking about it after the fact. And during when I was singing, it was super awkward because everyone was just looking at me, and I was like, I thought they were like there because I was doing good, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
'Cause no one clapped.
Do you remember? Do you
rip.
remember what song you were singing?
Bruh, I was definitely singing. I think it was "Bop to the Top." I was like,
Bruh.
"Bop, bop, bop, bop to the top." I forgot the lyrics by now, but back then I had like I had the lyrics on screen, and I think the dance tutorial version too, and I like this. Oh no, it was a sing-along version, and I was a big fan, so I knew all the lyrics and everything.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, I think it was "Bop to the Top."
Who isn't
love
a
that
fan
song.
of High School Musical though?
Huh?
Who isn't a fan of High School Musical?
Right, bro? Old people? Because
Yeah.
I know that some missionaries that are from here, they're like, I never watched that, and I'm like,
Never
what?
this one.
How do you not watch that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember
No, but yeah, what's
like
an experience for you?
there's like so many. Like this one time I think I was like 12, but like I don't know, like it says something weird. Like I was in a car with someone, like I was going to someone's house, and then like I was sitting in like the left seat in the back of the car, and that seat was like super slippery. And like I said to everyone in the car, I was like, why is it always the back left seat that's always the slipperiest? And like, I don't know what's happening in my mind, but like everybody just like looked at me and they're like, what? I would have done the same thing. It's just so awkward.
That's funny, dude. That's a rip. I think another experience for me is it was I was new to this class, and one of the kids was like special, and I try to be friends with him, but and then he said he got so mad at me, and he said, and he what did he say? He started cussing me out, and it was like, and I was like, what did I do to you, man? And like people were like, they were like, oh, like I was getting roasted, bro, right in front of the whole class, and I was new, and it was the worst. Another time in that same class, I tripped over some like the teacher's computer cables, and I definitely, like, it was in a portable, so I found the whole thing shook. I've never felt so fat in my life, bro. The whole thing shook, and I was so embarrassed because like everyone laughed. And, oh my gosh, it was whatever though. It was like the teacher laughed at me like, how dare, you know? I was going up to the teacher's desk to give her an assignment that I finished, and I freaking tripped, and she laughed at me. But I was like, But I was fine with it. You know, it was funny, to be honest. But it was definitely awkward. 'Cause the kids in that class were like, "What the heck
Yeah.
happened?"
Um, like another awkward experience for me. Like I don't know. I was doing like a play again. I was like 12 or something, and so we had this thing called like pick rehearsal, right? Where um, basically like it was in between like some of our performances, and so it was basically just to like remember her stuff because like there's a little bit of time in between the performances. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we had like a different take on it. Like so, we basically turned it into like a prank show, and we changed the show and make it like hilarious. And so, oh man, I'm dead. But then, um, it's not as much awkward, but more just funny. Like, so what happened? So like we had this song and that I had to sing. It was like tender shepherd, tender shepherd. It was really weird. And then, but then like what we had to do was like, so I was trying to change it up, and so
Uh huh.
like I'd been working on this for weeks. I started singing like chicken tenders, and like everybody started laughing. It was like so weird, and like I don't know, it was just so funny. But like after like that, they made a rule like you can't change something. It was fine, but I don't know, but definitely the highlight of that.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. And you said that was in what? That was in what? Like, when
it
were
was-
you doing that? In
I was like 12, and it was like Peter Pan, the musical.
Oh. Okay, so like I had like a similar thing, because
Yeah.
I was in drama for 2 years and I loved it, but I remember, it was like it was about to be like my turn for, I forgot exactly what the play was, because I don't know, I just forgot, but it was my turn, and like me and my friends were slacking off, and I had like some like I had some like dress on. It was not even a dress. It was something like, but I had it around my legs, so it was like my legs were not breathing, and I had some wig on, and I was just, I was dancing, but I was like living the life. It was so funny, and then my then my friend came from behind the curtain because I was on the what is it? What's the side the sides of like the stage? I'm not sure. I don't think it's called backstage, but
I forgot what it's called. Like
maybe it is. I'm
I
not
know
sure,
there's
but
like stage left and like stage right, stuff like that. But like
yeah,
I think like the Sykes or something.
yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's been a while, but my friend came out from the curtain from on stage, and she's like, "Steven, it's your turn. You better get out there." And I'm like, "Oh," and I was like, I was rushing to get like everything off and get into like position so I can get onto the stage, and I I remember the teacher being so mad at me because I came out with like messed up hair, like pieces of the wig still on my head, and like oh my gosh, it was like not too awkward, but it was mostly funny. But she was like kind of upset because we were supposed to be taken seriously. Like it was definitely, like I can see that she was like upset with me. Like I mean I understand her frustration, but that's just something that's similar to you because like
Yeah,
we were in like supposed to be,
but
I was like backstage and stuff,
that actually like brings
goofing
me
off.
to another awkward moment that's kind of similar to that. So like it was the same show that I was talking about, and we're doing like these school performances. Like we performed for basically every elementary school in our town, right? And then I don't know, it was just something good. And for like our last one, me and my friend Eric were chilling backstage, like playing Mario Kart, waiting for it to start, but nobody told us like we were about to the start, so we had no idea. His entrance was a little bit later on, but mine was like very beginning of the show. And like in the show, like there was a lot of stuff we had to do because we had like a flying rig, so I had to get like a harness on, and then like just like my costume. This is normally something that would take us like 15 minutes, and I had to do it like immediately, which was really weird. And then so like I was like panicking, so I was already going I was ready going, right? So I went on. And when I went on, like it had already started, the curtain was open, and like I was like, oh shoot, what do I do? So I was kind of like just walking around on stage. I was like playing with like this toy that I was supposed to play with. Because like normally when we start, like I'm supposed to be dancing with my older sister in the play, who's Wendy, because it was Peter Pan, but it was just so awkward because like there's literally like 300 people watching me just walk around stage confused as heck. And I was like,
Oh my gosh.
that was so awkward.
That's a rip, bro. There's been so many times where I've been like lost on stage as well, and like the worst of all, like I was kind of crazy whenever when I was like in school. Like I was just, cause I was just baptized, so I haven't learned about anything like God or anything until like recently, but like last year. So like in high school I was like or like my freshman and like some of my sophomore year, I was kind of like crazy, and like so I got suspended. I'm not sure exactly for what, but it was something silly. And I remember I got suspended like right before a big play, and I was like playing 2 different roles, 3 I think, and I remember having to tell my teacher that I wouldn't be able to be in the play because I'm suspended, and she, like the awkwardness was like literally top notch, because like I could sense her frustration, but she wanted to be professional about it. Like she was definitely frustrated, and I feel so bad, but yeah, that's definitely another awkward moment, like with plays and stuff, and and it doesn't help that that it happened twice, and she was upset, so she talked to the principal the second time that I was suspended during a play, and they let me come back just for the play. I didn't get to practice or anything, so I was like really lost, and I honestly just bombed the play, and I was like, that was like definitely awkward, because I'm supposed to, I'm in drama, like what the heck, and I'm bombing these parts, like I don't know, I should be doing good, but
yeah,
I was a dummy, so it was definitely awkward for me as well.
Yeah.
But there's so many awkward moments in drama, just because like they're like very different from me, and like I would try to like be funny, and like it would just not be funny, and I don't know, there's just a lot of moments where like stuff like that happened, or
Okay.
yeah, I definitely the outcast there, because I was like, people thought I didn't actually like want to be.
Yeah.
I also remember like, oh my gosh, I remember laughing during someone else's performance, and like it was funny, it was so funny, I don't know why, and everyone no one thought it was funny except me, and I was like, I felt so bad, and that was definitely awkward even after, because that girl, she saw me laughing, and she didn't care, but like that was awkward having to like have her confront me about it, and I was like, uh-oh, like she's in my class, like what do I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I keep falling. I don't know.
Keep falling.
It's hard to play and talk at the same time.
Right? It's like it's a skill that we need. Like, it's a skill to develop,
Dude, I just remember like this moment that happened to me. So like, this happened like last summer, right? And my crush, I'm not gonna say her name, but like, I was into her, and she went to like a church camp, right? And So, me and Seb, right? We were having a sleepover, and that night I forgot that I told her I would call her. This was when I had like a flip phone, so that's really all I could do. Don't judge me. But like, um, so what happened, like, we were making our first YouTube video, and then, like, it was a fun video. It was like jumping or something. And before that, like, before we did that, Seb put my phone in my freezer, and I forgot about it. So, like, that night, like, I was kind of freaking out. I was like, oh shoot, like, I don't know where my phone
Wait,
is.
your phone in the freezer?
Yeah, and like, I was like, oh shoot, but like, we just played with her video and stuff. Like, nothing she can do.
Right, dude?
Yeah.
That's
and,
a...
I was so mad. And then, so, like,
Hey,
it
this
was on
is
the
a fun
right,
song.
and I was going in my freezer to get up like a popsicle, and then I found my phone, and it was frozen solid. I couldn't open it. It was a flip phone. And I let it, I had to like let it thaw out. And so after I got it, like, it somehow still worked. I don't even know how, but like, I got it, and she was all texting me. She was like, she saw the video, and she was like, said something like, I don't know, like, she told me how, like, we were gonna talk last night, and how, like, I wasn't there, and like, I was like, I messed up big time. And she said, like, because like you were hanging out with Seb, and like that's more important than like this call that we've been like talking about for like a long time. Like, I mega screwed up. And then I texted her, told her what happened about my phone being put in the freezer and frozen. And we were chill after like that. She understood. So that was cool, but still really awkward. That process was happening. One of the scariest moments of my life there.
That's crazy, dude. I have... See, speaking of girls, I don't have much, like, girl, like, I haven't had many, like, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I had one, her name was Mariah. Me and her don't talk anymore, but, like, no one would know her, because it was, like, way back in middle school. That was,
Bro,
like,
I might
5
know
years
her.
ago.
I knew a
Do
person
you?
named
Oh,
Mariah, but like, it
what,
probably
what,
was her.
what middle school?
I don't know. I think it was Brenda.
'Cause I went to Mountain View. But like, me and her were into each other, not gonna lie, and it was like obvious. And I remember this song came on. It was Nick Jonas, and I forgot which one it was, but it says, "We'll piss off the neighbors in, reckless behavior." I forgot exactly
Yeah.
which one it's.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I think it's called Chains. You got me
Yeah.
in chains
Yeah, it's
for
that
your
one.
love. Yeah, and I remember me and her, like,
Still was that.
that was our song. Yeah, that was our song because it was playing whenever we were in math. I remember it was in math. It's like literally I can remember it just like it was yesterday because I like loved her, and that was like mine and her songs, but we broke up, and like, I mean, it was bound to happen, like, dude, it's a middle school relationship, but yeah, I remember, like, after we broke up, like, me and her being in class, still together, that's all, awkward as it is.
Yeah.
But that same song came on, and I remember looking at her, like, to see what, like, her reaction was, because it was our song, and, like, I remember it was, like, the most awkward, like, of course that song had to come on again after we broke up, and it was our song. It was, like, the worst, and it was just awkward. And when we broke up, it was awkward, too. Like, that was tough. Like, I cried. Like, why would I cry? I don't even know. I guess,
never
like, that's
dated
probably
anyone,
that.
so like, I don't know how awkward breakups are, so.
Yeah. That's probably good that you never dated anyone, because it's like, it was silly.
Single life.
Hey, being single's
Dope.
awesome. Oh, yeah. It is so awesome. Yeah, I've only had that one or 2 girlfriends, and it was awkward with both of them. I just don't think people are just ready to date when they're in middle school or high school.
Yeah.
Maybe high school, but like middle school definitely.
I mean, like, maybe for some people, but like most people no.
Yeah, maybe for some people, but for me, I definitely wasn't ready. She dumped me for calling her cousin a bad word, which that's a valid, I guess. Yeah, that was, it was sad, I mean, and it was definitely really awkward, because I'm like, wait, what? Like, yeah, it was just very dumb. But yeah, that song came on, and I remember it was, like, so awkward.
Aw, dang.
But, yeah, maybe what's the weirdest thing that's happened to you, like, weird, awkward, like, just, like, the whole, like, not just awkward for you, but awkward for, like, the whole class, like, something, like, for instance, like, I remember one time, my friend, not my, I would say he's my friend, because me and him talk, he's a cool guy, he peed himself, of course, like,
my class, like, kind of awkward.
huh?
Never mind.
Sorry, I just couldn't hear you. But he peed himself up, and like everyone like kind of like made fun of him. I felt so bad, and that was definitely awkward because he was embarrassed, and I was embarrassed for him, and I felt super bad for him. And I was like, what do I do? You know, like everyone's making fun of him, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I want to help him, but I'm young. I don't know how. You know, because like. It was like way back whenever people used to pee themselves in school. You know, it was like elementary probably. But I still remember that because I felt so bad for him. That same dude, not too long later, like in the 5th grade, I think, he threw up, like in class, and everyone like was like grossed out, and it's like, it was just, yeah. Those are just some awkward moments that like, oh, class was awkward. Oh, but yeah, what about you? It doesn't even have to be classic, it just can be anything. That was just an example, because...
Again, last summer, like, this is, like, kind of when I first met Clay, and then,
Okay.
so it's my sister's 18th birthday, right, and we had, a big party for her, and we went we played hide and seek outside, and at a school. And then it was like open houses, and there's like we had like I don't know what they're called, like you know the birthday things you blow in, like the whistles really loud.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like the.
And like.
It was like the whistle.
Yeah.
And they have like the paper that came out, or like it rolled out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I do know that.
So we were playing hide and seek, right? I was with my sister. It was her birthday, and like it was summer, so we didn't think anybody was at school, but we were wrong. It was really awkward. So like, what happened? Like we thought we found this one. So like, it was like behind the dumpster, and we like heard someone walking.
You thought you found weed?
No.
Oh, sorry. I was like, wait, sorry. I must have heard that wrong.
We thought we found the people.
I was like,
we thought we found the. Yeah, we just found the weed behind a dumpster, but like.
You're right. I was like, wait, what? How would he know what that looks like? Because I barely even knew what that looks like this year. But anyways, continue.
So, we were just like, we saw like someone moving by in the dumpster, and we thought it was the people we were looking for, which was my other sister and then like some other friends and stuff. So, I went behind there and I blew the whistle, and it was like an old man working at the school, and he screamed, and I felt so bad. And
that is so. Oh my.
then he was like, I was like, oh shoot, I'm so sorry. But then like she was like, "Oh man, like you guys just made my day. Like that was so funny." And I was like,
Oh my
not to mention it was
gosh,
nice.
dude.
Like that move scared me so much. I think I
Yeah,
screamed too
you
when
just
I
blew a
saw him.
whistle at
Like
them.
it freaked me out because I was not
Yeah,
expecting
because
it.
you didn't know. You didn't know who that was. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that's funny. That's like the best story. It's like,
it was so awkward.
that's so funny.
By far,
That
like
is so
probably
funny.
one of the most awkward things that's happened to me.
It was an old man. Poor old dude. That's funny. I see. I haven't. See. I'm. It's hard to like, for me to feel awkward. I don't know why. Like, I'm just like. I just For me, I'm like very like okay with a lot of things. Like I don't know. Like everyone's like no like it isn't like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's hard to have an awkward situation with me because like I don't care, you know. Like if someone
Yeah.
says something that's not funny, it's like it's not awkward with me. It's like I think it would be more funny, you know.
Yeah.
So there's hardly ever things that are awkward or like weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I can't really think of another one right off the top of my head. Probably like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you should. We should definitely. I feel like you probably would have more, because I don't know. I feel like
'Cause I'm
your
an
life is
awkward
probably
person.
more exciting.
No, I'm just
No,
so
well-
awkward things.
But yeah, and also because I feel like, yeah, I feel like you're a little more shy, so I feel like
Yeah.
you would
It
you would
happens more
probably
often.
think that things are awkward sometimes. Because they definitely sometimes are like I know like I guess there's little awkward moments that I know from like the past like for instance like going to the bus stop and like there'd be 8th graders and I was a 6th grader and I remember feeling like they were like so cool and I was like and I wasn't or something. And I remember it was like super awkward because I can just tell that they're making fun of me.
I suck
So
at
like
this-
I remember going to the bus stop and you suck at what?
this whole game.
It's okay. I mean, like,
It's
I mean
fine,
we're
the
just
editing.
talking. Yeah, that's what you get. No, don't even say that, bro. I feel like you don't play the game nearly as much as everyone else.
Yeah.
You have a life, bro. Just remember that. I mean, I do too, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was at the bus stop and like those 8th graders were there, and I was like super like uncomfortable. Look at you go. It was it was definitely awkward. And I remember like my first day in middle school, 6th grade year, I remember hearing this girl cussing,
Mhm.
like really like cussing a lot, and I've never heard that before, like ever.
Yeah.
So I was like super like uncomfortable, and I'm like, what the heck? Like
Definitely middle school.
that's weird. Like that. Like why is no teacher like getting her
Yeah.
in trouble? You know.
Mhm.
But I guess that's like normal. I don't know. Like people don't, and it became normal, and I was like, whoa, it's kind of not okay, you know, for that to be normal. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I never really like followed theirs. I do know her till this day though, and she. We know each other, and it's just awkward every time we're with each other. We both know each other for like different reasons. I don't know. Like, cause you know, high school there's a lot of drama in high school. So I definitely been in some drama, and I'm known for a lot for that drama.
Yeah.
But actually, speaking about that girl, I have one very awkward moment that was like uncomfortably awkward, like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm gonna be PG about it, cause like, yeah, but I remember I was at a lesson with the missionaries, and we were visiting someone. She's awesome, but I remember that same girl that I'm telling you about, the one that I that was cussing like in middle school that I was like, whoa, you know. Um, she was that girl's sister, the lady that we were teaching, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's cool, I guess. You know, like good to see you again, I guess. But um, like she made a very inappropriate joke because I touched like some pipe, and I was like, she was like, don't touch that, that belongs to a toilet, and they were like flaming me and stuff. I'm like, well, I didn't know. How am I supposed to know? And I mean, it was clean. I'm hoping, but I
Dang.
I do sorry, I do I just I do remember that she made an inappropriate joke. I know exactly what that joke was. I'm not gonna repeat it, but I was like, and the missionaries were there, which was even more awkward. 'Cause, like, they're missionaries, and I like that. And I didn't laugh. They didn't laugh, and like it was so awkward and uncomfortable for the entire time. And it was just the worst. Like, bro, I like nearly cried because I was like so uncomfortable. Like I've never, like that's just gross, you know? It's just like something, it's just gross. I don't know. It was just uncalled for and like just very awkward.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what to do in that situation, but hey, it was definitely a lesson to be learned because you know, I learned that there's gonna be those types of people. You just gotta expect them and oh, you scrub nigga.
I actually have another really awkward moment. Well, not really awkward, but it was just funny. But like, I don't know, it was like really uncomfortable. I might have told you this joke, or not joke, but like experience. So me and Seb, we were like in a play, right? And we were getting notes, and then we were looking at like Reddit, like memes on Reddit. I think they're like Caillou and VeggieTale memes, but like they were so funny, right? But like we were there and like
Sorry.
we were trying not to
Shouldn't
laugh
laugh
so
at you.
hard because it was just like one of those moments where like like you're not supposed to talk, right? And then
Yeah, no, I feel you.
yeah, and so like I don't know, it was just so awkward. The director like calls my name and like gives me a note, and I didn't even hear him because like we were laughing so much. And then I was just like there, I was like what? But I pretended that like I knew what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, I'll remember that, or something like that. And like Seb was like trying so hard not to laugh. Like it was so weird. And, like everybody was like looking at us trying not to laugh, and it was weird. If you search
That's
Caillou
funny,
memes
bro.
on Reddit, you might know what we're talking about, but I'm not gonna talk about them. Maybe not the best thing to talk about on the internet.
Yeah. No, dude, I've had a lot of. Now that I'm thinking about it, like you really brought like a lot of memories back because I remember so many times in high school, um, or not like I say that as if like I didn't just finish my senior year, but I remember a bunch of times like in my freshman year we had like this teacher that was from like Thailand.
Yeah.
So like he was fresh out of Thailand, bro, or the Philippines. I'm not sure. I think it was Thailand. I think my sophomore year teacher was from the Philippines, but this guy, his name is Mr. Sibun Ping. He was an amazing guy, but no one treated him like it.
Yeah.
My friend, he's always been a friend, but I remember I was being mean, not mean, but like I hit him with my, I was hitting him with my jacket, and I hit him with my zipper. Like I didn't mean to, I was just trying to hit him with my jacket, but I hit him with my zipper, and that part's metal, so it definitely it hurt, and he got so mad, he's all like, he cussed at me, and he was like about to fight, and I was like, and like that was definitely awkward because like he wanted to, but I was his friend, so like he definitely. Oh no! Don't do it to me! Don't do it to me! So that was definitely another awkward moment because like I don't know, like getting in fights with your friends is always gonna be awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like. Oh my gosh! Don't kill me, man. No, but that was one awkward experience because, like, I don't know, it just. Oh my gosh! Don't hurt me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no! Wait, are you above me? Oh no, you're not. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm about to hit you for 180 pump, bro.
Well, okay.
Oh, I'm definitely dead if I fall down. Oh my gosh, I clutched that, bro. I was at 1 health. That double edit though. No, but like I said, that was definitely an awkward experience for me, just because like he was my buddy and I hit him with a zipper because like at that time we were kind of upset with each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's so many like things that have happened actually in school now. I'm thinking about it. Mostly in high school, some in middle though.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like. There's just a lot that I also don't want to say because they're kind of mean and I don't want to like. I just. Oh my gosh. How? I just don't want like. I don't know. That's not who I am anymore. So I don't. Although I'm like obviously changed, but it's just. I cannot believe I was ever crazy, man, and I did so many things that just made everything awkward.
Yeah.
Like, it was just dumb things. Also, where are you? I thought you were gonna come down.
But bro, we should probably end because we're hitting up on 50 minutes, so it's a pretty long time. So
How many?
50.
Bruh, what the freak?
But guys, stay
That's heck
tuned.
long. I was planning for like 10.
But hopefully we'll do one of these in the future if this maybe does kind of well, so I don't know. But see you guys in the future, obviously in other videos.
See you guys.
Yeah. See you, Steven.
If you guys don't subscribe, y'all are weird. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Peace out.